Hey guys, welcome to Banana's vlog. Today we're gonna talk about some food. I have prepared for you my favorite veggie recipe, which is pasta with pesto and tomatoes, and it's all homemade. So I'm just gonna show you how I make it, and I hope you will like it. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a video. Also follow me on Instagram. Why the hell not? It's called Banana's Vlog as well, and I post a lot of stories and news about the next content. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So basically what you want to do first is cut your cherry tomatoes after washing them, of course. I like to cut them in two because it makes them easier to eat, basically. So you just cut all of your tomatoes and then put them aside. To mix my pesto, I use a small mixer. I got the Silver Crest. It was pretty cheap and it works really good. After that, you'll want to cut out some fresh basil. I got a fresh one, but it's actually pretty small, so I'm probably gonna have to add some frozen basil, but that's not mandatory. For this recipe, I like to use tagliatelle pasta. I use the spinach ones. They're really, really good and really easy to make. You just follow the instructions on the packaging and then you're good. After you watched your basil, you want to put it in your mixer with the rest of the ingredients. All you'll need is some salt, just table salt is fine. Some olive oil. I like to use extra virgin olive oil to put in my pesto, not the same one that I use to cook stuff. Some pine nuts, whatever pine nuts you can find. I actually got some frozen basil because I didn't have enough for the fresh one, but that's not mandatory at all. Just make sure you have fresh basil and that you have enough for it. Also, you'll need some breadcrumbs, whatever breadcrumbs you can find, and also some Parmesan and some garlic. I like to use fresh garlic so I can press it with a garlic press. It's always much better and tastier to use fresh garlic instead of the powder, and I think it smells much better too. The amount of stuff you put in your pesto is totally up to you. It depends how smooth you want it to be, or if you want it thicker or creamier. I like my pesto very, very creamy, so I add a lot of olive oil in it, but it's totally up to you. When all of your ingredients are in the mixer, all you have to do is mix it. You can mix it in small pressures, not in one time, because otherwise it's not gonna mix well. Just use small pressures, and at some point if you think it's too thick, well, just add a bit of olive oil in it. That's what I do. And make sure that you always bring it back in the middle of the mixer so it mixes really well.
pesto is really well mixed, all you have to do is put it in a small bowl and put it aside for the rest of the recipe. If it's not for immediate use, you can put it in your fridge for a while, but I like to put it in a room temperatured space. While the water is boiling for the pasta, I like to cook my tomatoes in a small frying pan. I like to use some olive oil to do that. Butter is way too greasy for me. So basically you just put a bit of olive oil in your pan and then just add your tomatoes when it's warm. It's really important to stir once in a while so that it doesn't stick to the pan and doesn't become too black. Also, you might want to add some salt and pepper to taste. And this is what you get when everything is ready. You just put your pasta in a small bowl, your tomatoes, and as much pesto as you want. I like to add a lot of it. I like the taste of it. But make sure you have a really good toothpaste afterwards because you will smell like garlic, my friend. And voila, bon appétit!
That's it for this recipe. I hope you liked my first cooking video. I really enjoy cooking. This time I made it with my mom because she's, well, much more experienced than I am. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more videos like this. I love cooking, guys, and baking also. I mean, I love making stuff in the kitchen. That was silly. Anyway, it is now time for the weekly sound check. Today we're gonna go back in time a little because I'm gonna talk to you about something super old. I mean, I wasn't even born when that came out, but I really love it. It's also a classic. You must know it if you're a fan of classic metal and rock music. The song I want to talk to you about today is called Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You and is by Led Zeppelin. It's featured on this album and it's just The song came out in 1969 and I think it's a breakup song. Doesn't the title tell you that a little? It's really nice to listen to. It's Led Zeppelin. I mean, what can I say? I actually discovered it on one of my favorite TV shows, which is One Tree Hill. I think it comes up on the 22nd episode of season 3. I'm not gonna spoil you guys, so just go check it out. If you want to listen to it, I just put a link down below in the description box. Just make sure you hit it and tell me what you think. And if you guys have a song that you always have in your playlist or that you always go back to, just tell me in the comments down below. I'll check it, I'll listen to it, and I'll talk about it here if I like it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, just like I said, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you next Thursday. Bye!